It's time for the story of Edmund Lark, the anime apocalypse. Summary. The postal worker Edmund Lark delivers packages to fandoms in a world destroyed by the waifu wars. You are Edmund Lark, a courier trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what is left. You have a parcel of letters and a small pistol. It is a long and dangerous road from Boston to Charleston, but you are one of the only people who know the road well enough to get your parcel of letters there. You set out in the morning and hope you can make it before nightfall. The roads are littered with dead bodies, and survivors don't even bother to bury them. They just throw their remains into mass graves or burn them on bonfires as entertainment for themselves. I remember the best girl wars, I think to myself. You stop at a farmhouse where several men are sitting around, drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. One of them approaches you. He looks like he could be an alcoholic, but doesn't look so drunk any more than you do. He says, "Your letter has arrived." The thoughts of the anime apocalypse still haunts me as I deliver letters with a smile. "Hello," you say. "I'm here to deliver your package." "Oh, I've been waiting for this day for years," he says. "Where did you come from?" "From the north," you reply. The mecha are still active in the area, so it was a hassle getting here. "Yes, I know," he says. "What kind of mailman are you?" "A postal worker." "Well, then, we need more postal workers. What's your name?" You tell him your real name, and his face lights up. I have to get going to drop a package off in the seedy parts of Monster Girl fandom," I say with a grimace. "Okay then, good luck with that." With those words, you leave the man and head back home. You spend the rest of the day and evening packing your parcels in boxes. The next day you pack them all again and leave for another town. You arrive at the next town and find that it's called Trouble Town. It seems like every other person here is either a fan of some sort of popular anime show, movie, or they live in a house made entirely out of otaku memorabilia. A Dragon Ball fan attacks me with a Kamehameha wave. You take a deep breath and prepare yourself for the attack. Suddenly you feel a little pain in your chest. You turn around and see a huge man wearing an orange shirt and black pants attacking you with his hands raised above his head. You fire your gun-fu skills and hit the attacker. His body falls on top of you, and you scream in agony. "That was easy," someone shouts while watching the fight unfold. I push the body off and continue to make my delivery to Monster Girl fandom. You continue to drive through the town and finally reach the outskirts of the Monster Girl village. There, a large crowd gathered around the gates of the village. A few villagers stand outside waving at you, but most of them are looking at you with suspicion. I walk through the fandom. For the most part, it is tame, but there are those during the Escrow Wars that mutate into monster girls and embrace the hentai side rather than the cute monster side. You enter the fandom and find that it is mostly peaceful. Most people don't even notice you when they're talking about their favorite shows or movies. However, soon learn that not everything is so calm inside Monster Girl Village. There are a lot of fights taking place between the fans of various shows and movies. Some of these battles end with people being killed, others with injuries, and some just result in one side losing interest in something they were doing before. I skitter by, trying not to be seen as I go deep into the fandom to drop off a package. You sneak past the crowds and keep moving deeper into the fandom. Eventually you come across a group of people fighting each other. One of them has a big knife in hand and is stabbing his opponent repeatedly with it. I move to disarm the guy. You quickly run up behind the guy and grab his wrist. He looks surprised to see you, but doesn't try anything. Hey, what's this? He asks. I'm supposed to deliver a package to Monster Girl Village, you reply. I place well-placed kicks into his abdomen. You kick his stomach hard and send him flying several feet. The crowd cheers loudly from the loud noise. What did you do now? He says while getting up. I'm not part of a fandom, or have any anime powers from the waifu wars, but I know how to kick ass, I state boldly. Now fuck off. He turns away and walks away without saying another word. You smile to yourself. That was so scary. Why did I do that? I look at the injuries of the other guy. You turn your attention to the other fan who is lying on the ground, bleeding profusely. He has several wounds all over his body. The man is clearly injured, and he looks like he would die if you didn't stop him right now. I use some basic first aid to get him stable, then take him to the closest clinic. You carefully pick up the wounded fan and carry him to the nearest clinic. As you walk out of Monster Girl Village, you hear a voice call out to you. It sounds like someone calling for help from a long time ago. Are you okay? A female voice asks. Yeah, I think I need you out of this fandom, you answer. Where are you going to go? We can stay here for a while until the police arrive, she replies. I don't think I want to deal with Monster Girl police force. They are very investigative, I grumble. You turn around and head back to the Monster Girl village. After walking through the streets, you find yourself in front of a large building with many doors. Inside there are more than enough rooms to house everyone who needs shelter. There are also plenty of beds available for those who wish to sleep. Inside there are many monster girls that mutated forms from the waifu wars make them both scary and attractive. You enter the building and find yourself in a room filled with dozens of girl monsters. They all look different, but they all seem to be in their mutated forms from the waifu wars. They all stare at you expectantly, waiting for you to speak. Hello? Hi, I got a package. A parcel for the people here. I catch myself before the potential innuendo could cause me to get violated. The girl monsters all look at each other and slowly begin to approach you. Do you know where it is? One asks. You pull the package from your bag. Okay, let me see. She quickly opens the door, steps inside. We then turn around and are pulled inside. The girl monsters immediately grab you and start kissing you passionately. This is so fun, one says, while trying to pull, and begins to rub herself against you as she continues to talk about you. I try to get away using my martial arts training. You run into a nearby wall and kick it hard. The girl monsters fall backwards and hit their heads on the floor. Oh my god, what did you do? Another asks. Nothing, just kicked the wall, you replied. Now, who ordered this parcel? I demanded. It was mine. Who ordered it? Me. What? Who orders something like that? I roll my eyes and give her the parcel, then attempt to leave. You walk up to the girl monsters and grab the parcel. Here. Take this, you say. Don't try to violate me again. The monster girls giggle, clearly not learning their lesson. I try to leave. You quickly run out of the room and try to leave. Wait! Calls a voice after you. You turn and you see a man with a gun pointed at your chest. He's wearing an eye patch over his right eye, which has been shot out completely. Look, man, I'm just a courier. I don't want any trouble, I say, putting my hands up. He looks at you and then back at the bullet hole in his face. I'll be damned if I'm going to let some little boy ruin my life because of petty revenge. He growls, Alright, I won't hurt you. I don't follow. I've never seen you before in my lifetime. I state, confused. Never saw you before either. No, but I am following orders. Well, I guess we're even now. We aren't even equals anymore. Well, we're two sides of the same coin. Now, let me go, or else I'll kill you both. You nod and begin walking towards the exit. As soon as you hear a gunshot followed by gunfire, you look behind you and see the man with the eye patch shooting at a monster girl. You also notice a large crate being opened up by someone outside. I fire my pistol at the man, aiming it for his temple. You aim a pistol at the man and fire. Bullets slam into his head, causing him to collapse onto the ground. A few bullets go through his body, but most land in the crate they were opening up. I walk away to deliver my next package. You continue to walk away from the warehouse and soon find yourself in front of a large building. Soon, its name is a cathedral. There are several doors leading off to different parts of it. However, you know where this one leads. I enter in to drop off the delivery. You enter the door and find yourself inside a large room filled with people, Most of them are dressed in black clothing, though some wear white as well. The only other thing you can tell is that most of the people here seem to be armed with guns. I got a delivery for Seymour Butts. Is there a Seymour Butts here? A few people look up and acknowledge your presence. Some of them are talking about something, but you can't make out what they're saying. Oh, hello, one woman says. What brings you here? Seems like everyone here seems to be armed. Got a package for Mr. or Mrs. Butts? The woman nods her head and points to a man in the middle of the room. You go over to him and begin unrolling a large sheet of paper. Here you go, you say, handing him the paper. He takes it and reads it. Ah, yes. You've been punked, he says, laughing. That son of a bitch! He did this to me again, I sneer in anger. So what does this mean, she asks. It means I need to get going, you say. Well, hurry up, she says. I'm going, you admit. Alright, good luck, she smiles. She walks off, leaving you alone once more. I make my way to the postal office. You return to the postal office, which has now become a huge mess of broken glass and blood. Several dead bodies lie on the floor, while others run around screaming in terror. There are two men standing near the entrance who notice you coming back. One of them looks at you, then turns his attention to the bodies lying all over the place. Shit! I thought we were supposed to be helping these folks, he asks. Yeah, well, all I'm here for is to get the next delivery, he replied. I was given a package to take to the high school DxD fandom. Why? Look, I don't know anything about this fanfic, you say. No, it's not that kind of fic, the other man replies. This is a real story from a real person. Alright, I'll get going to this place. Next time I'll be forced to the Konosuba fandom, I mutter as I move off to meet with the delivery. You walk through the streets and eventually find yourself in a warehouse. It's just as messy inside as outside. A few people are still alive, but most of them have already died from their wounds. You see several bodies on the ground with bullet holes in them. I got a delivery for high school DxD fandom. You start walking towards the front door when you hear someone call out to you. Hey! What are you doing? We don't accept deliveries like that. A voice calls out. Oh, sorry about that, you reply. What do you want? I'm here to deliver a package to the high school DxD community. Is there anyone of you guys living there right now? If so, please come out and meet me at the front door. The man doesn't answer immediately, and instead continues to look around. Then he slowly gets up and walks away. You can sense him following behind him, though. You turn around and head back to the post office, where you wait patiently for another delivery. I am attacked by a high school of the dead fandom. You arrive at the front door and see a girl holding a shotgun. Whoa, hold on, you say. It's just me. Are you sure? She asks. I mean, I've never seen anyone like you before. I'm just a courier. I need not any trouble, I state, while with my hands up. Okay, let's go, she says, and heads upstairs. You follow her into an empty room with a table in the middle. There are several bookshelves along the wall, but she ignores them and stares and starts talking to you. So, who are you? She asks. My name is Edmund Lark. I'm a courier delivering packages to the high school community. You reply. Oh, nice to finally meet you, she says with a smile. How old are you? 18, I think. Calendars have all been destroyed after the 7 days of waifu battles during the Best Girl Wars. Wait, so you were in the 7th grade? Yeah, but my parents had me moved to a different district because they thought something bad would happen if I went out too much. Well, that sounds pretty serious, she says. It was, but it wasn't as bad as everyone made out. Well, I guess we should get started, she says. She opens up a drawer and pulls out some papers and begins to read them out loud. Dear Lark, we regret to inform you due to recent events, the high school DxD fan club has been disbanded indefinitely. Oh, thank God. Those people were real perverts. I sigh of joy on my face. She smiles and nods. She then turns to you. She says, I know this must be very disappointing news for you, but it's really not our place to tell you how to live your life. Hey, one less fandom to deliver a token shit to, especially in this apocalyptic world, is better for me, I say happily. She looks at you and frowns. What did I do wrong, you ask? Nothing, it's just, well, I don't want to sound rude, but she pauses for a moment. You're a little older than most of us here. You probably have more responsibilities now, like, what? You ask. Well, like being a father or something, she replies. What now? I look concerned. I have to... No, it's fine. We can talk about this later, when we're both feeling better, she says. Fine, whatever, you sigh and sit down on the floor while she sits next to you. What do you mean I have to be a father or something? What are you getting at? I asked. Well, I don't know. It's just that we've never seen any signs of the apocalypse happening anywhere near here, so I figured you'd be able to help me out. The apocalypse already hit this town. This was originally where it originally started, you exclaim. Yes, but that doesn't mean anything will ever come back from it. I'm not sure what this has to do with me in all truth. I'm just a postal worker, I state, still worried about her shotgun she has trained on me. Okay, calm down. I'll explain everything later when we're both feeling better, she says. After a few minutes of talking, you feel much calmer and decide to go ahead with your plan. You grab your package and open it up. Inside, a small note tells you to meet up with them at the same location. As soon as you walk into the building, you see several men dressed in black suits standing around looking at you. They all stare straight at you, and none of them even acknowledge each other. They all seem to be staring right through you. One of them speaks first. He's a middle-aged man with short gray hair and a mustache. He wears glasses and carries an assault rifle on his back. His name reads Mr. C. Ah, there you are. Well, I guess it makes sense that you would be here since you're the only one who could possibly know where our meeting point is, Mr. C says. My name is Edward, and I work for the Crimson Talon Postal Service, you reply. Oh, so you must be the courier they sent to deliver this letter to me, Mr. C says. Yeah, but why didn't they send someone else instead of sending me directly, you ask. Because I said so, the man responds. Okay, can you sign here, and how will you be paying, I ask. Sure thing, Mr. C says, signing his name on the envelope. So, what does this letter say exactly, you ask? It's a simple request for protection from the local law enforcement, Mr. C explains. I nod. Alright, so which fandom police am I dealing with? That depends on how you want to look at it. If you want to take it literally, then we're dealing with the slasher fandom. If you don't mind spoilers, then we're dealing with the werewolf fandom, Mr. C explains. I look with horror. I hate my job. Well, if you were more outgoing or friendly with us, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But that's not really our style, Mr. C remarks. I head for the slasher fandom to meet the werewolf fandom. You quickly head towards the slasher fandom and find yourself in a large warehouse filled with people watching, a lot of blood being spilled. A couple of guys come out and start to speak to you. Hey, you're the guy they sent to deliver this letter to me, aren't you? Yes, I squeak. Yeah, Edmund Lark of the Crimson Talon Postal Service. Well, you haven't been recognized yet, but when you get there, we'll be waiting for you. Wait a minute, are these people going to kill me? You exclaim. No, they won't. They just need to talk to you for a bit, the man replies. What do you mean? He asks. We're part of a group called the Crimson Talons, the man exclaims. Wait, the Crimson Talons are a postal service, not some shady cult in the slasher fandom. Maybe, but they're also a very powerful organization. We've got a lot of enemies, and they don't usually let their enemies go unpunished. So what does this have to do with me? I just deliver mail. I state. Nothing really, except we're looking for someone who might know where you live. Where do you think I live, you ask? Oh, that's easy, your house, the man says. My house was destroyed by Pokemon fandom when a Snorlax was dropped on it. Yeah, that happened. It's not a lie, like I'm the only one who saw it happen, you protest. After that, I was attacked by a Jigglypuff. Anyway, that's not important. The man doesn't seem too impressed by your answer, so he continues his search. Anyway, I guess we should probably get back to work because we still have a package to deliver, he says as he walks off. We hit to drop off our package to the werewolf fandom. Seems they had been changed into that they followed. You walk around the warehouse a few times until you see a man standing near a truck outside. I'm here to drop off a package to the werewolf fandom, you say. That's great. Where is it? He asks. I hand it to the guy. Here, you say, handing him the package. Thank you. He thanks you before walking away. You walk inside the building and find yourself in a large room filled with boxes and other supplies. Also lots of werewolves. You look around and see several people milling about the area. Most of them are dressed in black clothing. All of them are staring at you. Are you new here? One of them asks. Yes, I am, you reply. Edward Lark, Crimson Talon Postal Service, I introduce myself. No, I'm sorry. It's just, that name sounds familiar, another one replies. Well, I'm sure you must be Edward or Eddie or something similar, right? Anyway, can you tell me where the mailroom is? Yeah, I think I could, a voice answers. Good, then let's go there, you say. You both start making your way towards the mailroom. As you reach the door, another person comes out from behind it and waves you in. Welcome to the mailroom, sir, he says. What's going on, you ask? We're having a little problem with our delivery today, but if you'll follow me through this door, he points to a set of stairs down which lead to a basement. A slasher fandom region and a postal office being asked to go into a basement. Sounds safe, I mutter. He nods and leads you down the stairs. As soon as you enter the basement, a loud noise causes you to jump a bit. You notice that most of the furniture has been overturned and covered in blood. I think there is a problem here. I might just go back upstairs. I tried to turn him back upstairs. Sorry, but I don't think that will help, he says. Why not, you ask? Because the killers are already here and they've killed everyone else in this house, he explains. Don't tell me. Sexy succubus nurses did this, I say fearfully. Yes, exactly, he says. Oh, well, I guess we should get out of here now, you say. Maybe later, but for now I suggest you stay put and wait for someone who knows how to use a gun, he adds. Right. I will stay here in a dark basement waiting for someone, hoping nothing happens, I say, cowering. Very good, sir, he says. You stand still and listen while he goes back to his work. Suddenly you hear a scream coming from the kitchen. Help! Help me! A woman screams. The man looks over at you and nods. He heads back into the kitchen and you follow him. The screaming continues until it stops. So, who was that, you ask? She's my sister, he replies. Who else is here, you ask? My brother, my cousin, some friends, and me, he replies. And who are their names, you ask? John Smith, James Wright, and John Wilkies, he replies. Where is their car, you ask? In the garage, he replies. You walk past the bodies and find a bloody vehicle sitting next to the driveway. The succubus nurse's attack. You quickly run towards the vehicle and open the driver's side door. Inside, you see two women dressed in nurses' outfits. They look like they're about your age, but much younger looking. One of them holds a flashlight in her hands. The other one has a syringe in her arm. They both seem very nervous and scared. What's going on? Who are you people? You ask nervously. We're doctors. We need to check you for any diseases or poisons before transporting you to the hospital, she answers. Why would I trust you? I ask. Because we're all friends here and we want to help you, she responds. I don't know anything about these nurses. Why would you bring us here if you wanted to hurt me? You reply. Well, because I'm your friend and I care about you, she says with a smile. No! You shout. Oh dear, she says with a sad expression. Please, just let me go home. I don't want to be here anymore, you plead. All right then. We'll take you home, she says with a smile. But where am I supposed to go, you ask? Home, she asks, confused. The others abandon me as I'm dealing with the succubi nurses. You continue to beg for them to leave you alone. The succubi nurses begin to laugh at you. You scream out in pain as needles enter your body. The nurse is holding the light laugh hysterically and continues injecting you with drugs while laughing at your suffering. I fight back using my martial arts and gun fu training. You immediately grab your pistol and shoot the nurse who was laughing hysterically. She falls down dead instantly. The other succubi starts using seduction of violence. You fire several shots at her. She ducks behind cover and fires another shot into your chest. You fall to the ground bleeding profusely from your wound. The succubi nurse grabs your pistol and begins firing it wildly at you. I use my martial arts training to dodge the bullets and strike back. You quickly dodge the bullets and hit the succubus nurse multiple times with punches and kicks. She screams in agony. Then the nurse uses a neurotic counter. She throws you on the floor and begins biting your face off. You try to defend yourself, but she bites deeper each time until you feel like you're going to die. You scream out in pain as she tears out chunks of flesh from your face. I spit blood, then use a flurry of blows on her. You turn and start spitting blood into her face. You use your hands to punch her repeatedly in the face, causing her to lose balance and fall backwards. She tries to get up again, only for you to kick her in the stomach before kicking her in the head, sending her flying through a wall. The succubus nurse uses an erotic skill. You look at her lying on the floor and see that she's still alive. She looks up at you with an evil grin on her face. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you, she says in a sing-song voice. No, you don't understand. I know exactly how much you wanted to kill me. You wanted me to kill you. You say. Oh yes, you do, she replies, Miloto. But if I had killed you, you would have been my next meal. I dodge. You dodge her attack and throw her against the nearby wall. She attempts to stand up, but you easily catch her legs and pull her down to the ground. Don't think I won't be able to finish you off later now. Just stay where you are. The succubus uses an erotic seduction. She pulls her hand over your mouth and kisses you deeply. It feels so good that you can barely resist the urge to moan aloud. Her tongue enters your mouth, and it tastes so sweet, almost too sweet. I push back. You push her back and grab her neck with both hands. She struggles, but you hold firm. What are you doing? She asks in a frightened voice. Trying to protect myself from getting eaten, you reply. The succubus nurse uses skills on me. The succubus nurse is her tongue inside your mouth and you start sucking on your lips. Your mind goes blank as you let go of all thought. You feel like you're being fully devoured by something else entirely. I knee her and push back, coughing. You kneel down and push her back into the wall. She tries to fight back, but you put your foot in her chest and shove your knee into her stomach. She screams out in pain and falls backwards onto the floor. Don't question the physics. That hurt, you shout. I'll make this quick. You're not going anywhere until I decide otherwise. She smiles wickedly. I try to fight back as she uses erotic techniques. Her fingers start moving fast and faster over your body. Her hand moves low and begins to caress you. Please stop, you cry in desperation. Shut up or I'll use some more of my power, she laughs evilly. I pull my knife and strike. You pull your knife and stab her in the side of the head. Blood spurts everywhere as she clops backwards onto the floor. Good job. Now let's see what you got, she says. I spit some blood and fight back against the succubus nurse. You quickly spit some blood at her face and then start punching her in the gut. She grabs your arm and throws you against the wall. Stop resisting. This isn't working, she shouts angrily. It's not working because I'm stronger than you. The succubus uses her skills. Your eyes widen when you hear the words, you're stronger than me. You look around and see nothing is happening. The door to the room has been locked, so there must be a key somewhere. You search for a moment, but find no keys anywhere. Damn it! She knocked me out. At least I survived. You stand up and walk towards her. She doesn't react, just continues to stare at you. Hey, you yell. She looks around and sees that the room is empty except for you standing near her. What kind of game are you playing? I demand. The succubus nurse tell me. I don't know yet. I need to get you off before I can figure it out, she replies. Well, what do you want from me, you ask. Just to take care of myself for a while, I guess. No, I say to the demon girl. I'm getting out of here. I have packages to deliver. The succubus nurse looks confused for a moment. Oh, sorry about that. I was just lost in thought, she says, with an apology. Don't apologize. You were lost too, you reply. I hate slasher fandom regions. Either it's too much killing or unnecessary erotic scenes, I say as I look for a key. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, she says. That's okay. I think we'll all just caught up in our own little worlds today, you reply. Yeah, well, it wasn't like you had anything to do with it anyway, true. I didn't have anything to do in this same thing. You attacked me, I cursed. I'm just a damn postal worker. Ha, yeah, right, she says. You're lying, you shout. Yes, I am, she admits. Then why did you attack me? Why didn't you leave me alone? Because this is a slasher fandom, the succubus states. I almost killed you. I was lucky, or something, you figured. Lucky? What luck would that be if you weren't lucky? The succubus nurse asks. Because I was able to get my gun back, I say as I shoot her. The succubus nurse falls on the floor and starts to laugh. You're finally going down, she laughs. I stand ready to fight. Again. I'll kill you later, you say. Maybe later. Now let's go. You start walking away from the succubus nurse, who quickly runs after you. A few minutes pass and you arrive at your destination. It's a large warehouse where several trucks are parked. A man walks out of one of the trucks and approaches you. He has long black hair and wears a black leather jacket over his clothes. Hey, I'm here to get more packages to deliver. You're away from this fandom, I say. He stares at you for a while, then turns around and walks away. So, what do? You ask. I'm a delivery driver, he responds. Trucks are hard to come by in these wastelands. How did you find yours, or did you have it before the waifu wars? I found mine when they were being stolen from the city, he replies. What happened? Did you catch them or something? No, but I got some extra supplies from them. How many trucks do you work for? One truck. And how much does it cost per day? About 10 an hour. I walk off as the succubus nurse tries to take me up from behind. You turn around and walk away. Well, I guess we can talk about this later, you think to yourself. The succubus nurse tries to tackle me. She grabs you and tries to pull you into the shadows. Oh no, let go of me, you shout. Please, don't hurt me, she says, as she begins to kiss you. Stop it right now, you yell. She stops kissing you and looks at you with tears in her eyes. She wipes them away, then continues to stare at you. You try to look past her tears and continue looking at each other. You promise not to kill me if I take you along, I ask. Yes, she answers. Okay then, let's go, you reply. The two of you leave the building and begin heading towards the highway. The road seems to be deserted, so you decide to stop for lunch and rest.